For us, I guess success doesn't mean us maybe having a big exit or be featured in a news article somewhere. For us, success means our day-to-day jobs and pushing this technology further and further towards commercialization. So I think that motivation kept us alive until this point. Hi, my name is Chaeyoung Shin. I'm the CEO and co-founder at Sugarlogix. EBI is a perfect example of one of the really good resources that got us started from the very beginning. I guess I did my PhD at EBI also and wasn't too thankful of the resources that we had available at EBI. But in hindsight, EBI has one of the most advanced equipment and facilities that are available to do biotechnology research in the Bay Area. So we're very fortunate to have been part of the EBI Startup Accelerator Program. I guess I'm very deeply inside the startup culture. So for me, it's very difficult to say what type of culture it is because I am so deeply awashed by all of it. But generally for me, it's been a great experience. And the Bay Area is the perfect place to start a startup as a new founder because there are so many like-minded founders around you, and there's this entire community that supports you. A lot of incubator programs, accelerator programs just strewn about in the Bay Area. Not to mention that it's so easy to meet investors anywhere in the Bay Area also. Trying to remember what it felt like to be a grad student as part of the EBI. I felt very fortunate to be part of this interdisciplinary project that was so dedicated to making this entire new realm of biofuels possible. And I really enjoyed working with other scientists from different disciplines. I feel like that is not usual as part of a graduate program. So sort of that people of different disciplines coming together for one goal and the collaboration that had so much to do with it, I think that was very special. As current startup culture, sustainability is a must-have. It's always a nice mark to have. Unfortunately, in some cases, it's just used as a marketing tool. I think there's a lot of noise and a lot of, sort of narrow-minded education that's available. I don't think it's one thing. I don't think it's not just using not plastic straws. I don't think just using biofuels would solve all of it. So I feel like it's a network of things that we have to account for. So, and I feel like there's a lot of animosity around some of the subjects in particular. So I think society as a whole, we need to sort of view the entire aspect of the energy problem and try to solve it, piece by piece, not attacking a particular piece of the puzzle. We have learned our lesson greatly during our time at EBI, so that we think of our process as a whole. So we also think about how we are going to deal with our waste. So if a process creates more waste, then we don't go towards developing that process because we know that ultimately it comes back to us as environmental cost. So sort of that perspective and sort of not going towards a non-sustainable direction in development is what we do in our R&D. I think it's a rare education that we received. I think it's a really difficult thing. So I don't see every startups, but I do know that the entire perspective is something that's very hard and difficult to learn because I feel like in most, research labs, scientists are trained to only focus in their discipline versus I'd like to say that we are very well trained because we got to interact with different parts of the disciplines that had to do with biofuel research. What I observed, both being in academia and in industry, was how disparate the two things are and how different researchers sort of approach R&D aspects. And in the future, I hope that there is a lot more communication between the two societies because ultimately in my mind I always opt for efficiency and a better R&D, better technology development. So hopefully that will increase the efficiencies of being able to first detect what type of technologies are needed in industry, and then to develop them in meaningful and sustainable ways so that it can be developed straight away, sort of go through the path towards commercialization.